asked by some of my close family and friends to just talk about my role as a mom and a wife and how I make it work. I've been called a super mom and that I have it all together, but a lot of people don't know what's going on below the surface, and how I'm making it work. I don't think I'm a super mom. I just think by this point, I've learned how to make my life work and make it work well to where I enjoy it and I'm not stressed out a lot. And I'm just making it work for our household. So I have a few things to share. Number one, learn to create healthy boundaries. By that, this could go in every aspect of life, but me personally, I've learned when to say no. I read a book called The Best Yes, and I've learned from that book that every good thing does not mean that Taylor has to do it. Someone else that could do it, someone else that could do this good deed or this good work. That doesn't mean you just turn down everything, but I had to learn, stop filling up our calendar, stop filling up our family calendar, my personal calendar, because every good work wasn't meant for me personally to do. I've also learned to create those boundaries um, with my friends. They can tell you that a lot of times I'm not around my phone, so I miss a lot of phone calls. If you text me, I'll get back to you later, but that's because I've learned to put my phone away, focus in on whatever I'm trying to get done, whether that's cooking, spending time with my husband, playing with my kids. So I've learned to set that boundary, and it's not being mean or anything to my friends, but it's just learning to prioritize different aspects of my life. Those boundaries can also be set with work, especially since this pandemic. We've been working at home. So, with a regular work day, once you come home, hopefully work is done and you get to tune in with your family. But for us, and me especially, I had to learn, okay, when, let's say, 4 o'clock on a Monday rolls around, that's it. Work stops. The rest of that day is meant for me and my family. So learn to create those healthy boundaries wherever they may be in your life. Number two, if you are married, keep an open line of communication with your spouse. Learn to share the load. I know this is not a traditional way of thinking, but in our house, this is what we do. We share the load. Just because I'm the mom, I'm the wife, it does not mean in our house that I do everything. I can't. I cannot. I have an awesome spouse and we do share the load. For instance, his thing is cleaning the kitchen. I hate cleaning the kitchen. I've never liked it, ask my sisters. Even when I was younger, that was not my chore. So early on in our marriage, we decided, hey, he's going to be the one that cleans the kitchen. I wash the clothes or whatever the task is. So learn to share that load. I cannot be, with my eyes, a superwoman. I can't do it all. I've learned with my Enneagram number, and we'll talk about that one video, I've learned to ask for help and to share that load so I can be my best self. And I just keep that communication line open as well to let Lamar know, like, when I'm tired or I didn't get this done, or you know what? Like the other week, dinner was a mess because my ingredients were rotten and it was terrible. But anyway, just learn to communicate and keep that open line of communication with those that are in your house helping you from day to day. Number three, set goals. I cannot say how important this is. I set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and that doesn't mean it. Some people are like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of goals. I think sometimes we think goals have to be this huge, like super massive event, and yeah, I have those type of goals as well, but daily, sometimes I'm just saying, okay, I need to wash this many loads of clothes and I need to take my car to get an oil change. Whatever, you want to have some type of plan. For me, I write that down in my planner. I also have a journal, I have an app. So whatever way you want to stay organized, do that. Go ahead and set those goals, and don't just set them up here. Write them out on some paper. Make yourself accountable. Put it in a text. Whatever you need to do to keep yourself on track. The next thing is that you want to practice self-care. So for me, yes. No, sir. Go. Bye. I can't do it right now. Bye. So you learn to practice self-care. For me, that looks different, just depending on the day. I am a person that loves to pamper myself. So massages, pedicures, those are right up my alley. Since we are in a pandemic, some don't feel comfortable doing that type of thing. And honestly, I didn't at first until I learned the procedures of where I go with cleaning and all of that. But there are plenty of ways you can show yourself self-care. So also, if I'm at home, I've mentioned this on another video, I love turning our master bathroom into a spa. So I'm a big essential oil person, so I'll get my diffuser going, or I'll light some candles, get you some bath salts or your favorite soap, get some music going, and I like to play the spa music. It might be really cheesy, but it makes me feel like I'm getting pampered, okay? So whatever you have to do, I listen to podcasts. I do like, okay y'all, I don't like to exercise. I like the results, okay? So exercise, whatever you need to do, you need that time for self-care, because that self-care, I feel like if I'm not taking care of myself, I cannot be my best self for the other 3 people in our house. So for my husband, for our 2 kids. So take care of yourself, whatever way that may look, okay? Make sure you're your best self so you can be what everyone needs you to be, or not even that, just so you can feel good and be happy with yourself. The next thing that I have is that you need to revolve your life around your priorities. First, establish what are your priorities. Those goals, what are you trying to keep in mind? What is important to you in this moment? So learn to revolve your life around your priorities. We're a family that is really involved in our local congregation. God is a really big aspect in our life, the top aspect in our life. So a lot of times our priorities revolve around that. And then from there we start with God up here, and then we have some different areas of life. But you'll see, if I were to tell you our goals and our priorities, all of that revolves around what's important to us. So it's keeping in mind what's important to you on a small level, large level. That way you're not just a tornado, like rambling through the day. You don't really have any objective. Okay, so make sure that you revolve your life around your priorities. Something else that helps me get it done day to day, I meal prep. I will say I did this better when we were leaving the house to go to work. I would meal prep. Anyone that's been in my house on a Sunday evening, they know as soon as we get back from church, I'm meal prepping. I'm getting my little containers out for me and Lamar, and I'm separating that food in those containers, stacking them up in the refrigerator. That's how I got stuff done. I meal prepped on Sundays, and I also ironed clothes. I know my sisters don't iron. Other people might not iron either. I do. I even iron my t-shirts, okay? But I would do all of that on Sunday evening, so that way during the week, I didn't have to worry about, what am I gonna wear today? I checked that weather Sunday, and I would iron my clothes and the kids' clothes for the week. Lamar is on his own. And I would make sure his meals were done, that we had breakfast, lunch, dinner. So that way also I'm not cooking every single night. If you follow me on social media, I might be making posts frequently, but I'm not cooking every single night. I'm at most 3 times. I try to make our meal stretch to where it's like 2 to 3 times that I'm cooking during the week. And we can talk about that on another video. Number 7 is what I'm on according to my notes. Number 7, clean as you go. I have been a clean, neat freak for as long as I can remember. My parents will tell you everything has a spot. So for me, it's easier instead of letting things like pile up. Say, for instance, laundry. True enough, I do wash several loads. Y'all have learned of that from me on another video. I wash several loads. But once all that's done, let's go ahead and clean it up, get it out the way. Now, they may sit there, no lies, transparency. They have sat there 2 to 3 days, but for the most part, I try to clean as I go. With our kitchen, Lamar can't stand a dirty kitchen. That's why he's in charge of it. So once our dishes are done, when we eat on our dishes, go ahead and load them in the dishwasher. Once your kids are playing, y'all, right now I'm in our playroom and I'm looking over there, I'm like, they know better. Grayson's taking a nap. Carson is supposed to be doing quiet time. He came in here. But before the night is over, this room will be clean. We clean as we go, and it just makes it easier so things don't pile up everywhere and you just have to. I feel suffocated when things are dirty. That's just me. Everyone's not that way. If you were to ask some of my sisters, one of my sisters, they'll be like, yeah, that don't bother me. But clean as you go. That's one way that I manage. Number 8, learn to go with the flow when your plans are interrupted. This was a hard one for me to learn because I am that neat, planned out person. But realize you may set that goal for that day and you might not get it done. It used to bother me so bad when I would say, like, I had 3 things on my to-do list for that morning and I only got to 1 and I didn't get to place a check mark over number 2 and number 3. That bothered me. But I had to learn it'll be another day that I could get that done. It's fine. Lamar tells me all the time, what work you don't get done today, it'll be there tomorrow. Why are you stressing? You just try again tomorrow. So learn to go with the flow. When I've been my kids' teacher. Me and Lamar both have been teaching them in this pandemic. Sometimes our lesson plans, I don't get to all of it, or Grayson may run a random like teething fever and it like sets off the whole day. That's fine. Go with the flow. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, the next one is to appreciate both the small moments and big moments. Make the most of both. This is something that I struggle with, learning, especially those small moments, learning how to just, the phrase in our house is be here now. And you'll often hear us, if you're ever at our house or around us, if we see, between me and Lamar, if we see one kind of slipping, maybe on their phone or not, you could tell they're just somewhere else in their mental space, we'll often say that cute phrase, be here now. Learn to be in this moment and celebrate it. Even if that's, right now Carson is into Legos and Picasso tiles, anything that he's building and having to think through analytically and critically, he loves it. Lamar is not a fan. And so I've had to tell him, like, be here now. This is important to him. Pay attention. Or for me, I don't like playing outside. I've never been a fan of outside. And he'll tell me when we're all outside as a family, Taylor, be here now. Focus in on them, because those moments, they fly by. And not just with our kids, our lives fly by. It's just here today and gone tomorrow. So learn to enjoy those small moments on a day-to-day, and then you're going to have some big celebratory moments. Enjoy those as well and appreciate them. And number 10 is to, it sounds cliche, but learn how to be content where you are in whatever season of life you find yourself. I know a lot of times we'll look at others and say, man, I wish I had this, and what I would do with that. And no, as a mom, as a wife, I found that you could forever be chasing, like, I want this, or I wish things were like that. But learning how to be content wherever you are. And we have been through some very highs in our life and some low moments as well. So, but I look back even on the low moments and I can find something in that that I learned from and that I appreciate and even enjoyed. It was some fun times even then when we didn't have much of anything. So just learning to enjoy and appreciate wherever you find your life. And just to wrap up, this is how I, as a mom, wife, author now, I am working outside the home. I'm involved with our church. I have a lot going on. I'm running this YouTube channel. And I do have a lot going on. And it's not easy. It's a constant balancing act. But I learned to get it done. And I'll brag on myself and I'll say that I'm actually getting it done pretty well. And I'm just thankful that I've learned, and I want to pass this on to others. And these are just a few things that help me and help me keep this household on track, keep my life on track. And I'm sure that after I finish this, I'll probably think of something else. But I want to hear from you guys. I know I'm surrounded by some great parents, some great people. What are you guys doing to make sure you're keeping your life on track? Especially those that are moms and wives. You're just making it work, and kudos to you guys. I love it. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel, More to Life, and I hope that you are enjoying these videos, and let us know if it's something that you want to hear us talk about. We'll see you guys later. Bye.